Hello and welcome to the channel. This is the start of something big. We're diving into a full-on franchise rebuild in MLB The Show 25, and the target? The Colorado Rockies. This is a rags to riches story, built not just with talent, but with vision. We're going deep into scouting, drafting, and developing the next generation of stars. This is the first series here on the channel, and you're watching it right here on Rusty Buckets Gaming. If you're into rebuilds, prospect hunting, and bringing a struggling team to the top, you're in the right place. If you're here just to hang out, you're in the right place too. I'm Rusty Buckets. I'm really excited to be here, but I'm even more excited that you're here. Why the Colorado Rockies? Well, the Colorado Rockies are struggling to say the least. They currently sit at 21 wins with 69 losses. Their first 25 games, they were just 4-21, which was tying a record set back in 1995 for the worst 25 games ever. After 50 games, they sat at 8-42, which was the worst start in modern era. On the mound, things are no better. The pitching staff currently have the worst ERA in baseball, the highest whip, and the fewest strikeouts in the league. Their last playoff win was October 2nd, 2018. After that, they were swept by the Brewers, with their last playoff appearance being October 7th of 2018. Only 4 players still remain on the team. Starting pitchers Kyle Freeland, Herman Marquez, Antonio Senzatella, and third baseman Ryan McMahon. Now we're resetting the entire league. We're using the current rosters across MLB, but we are resetting all injuries. With this rebuild, we want to focus on the ratings of the players and keep things as close to simulation as we can. But we also want to jump in and be a part of the action as much as we want to. In order to accomplish both of these things, here are the settings that we're going to be using. For hitting, we're going to be using timing and buttons. That way the ratings are still going to be coming into play when it is determining on how much power. Now we will be doing the normal swings, contact, or power swing depending on the situation, but we do want those ratings to be coming through. As we come down to pitching, the same thing, but with pitching we're going to be using classic. So we're just going to pick the pitch, pick where we generally want it, and throw it. I like to use Chevron, so we got that turned on as well. We're going to be playing on the all-star setting for both hitting and pitching. Now let's take a look at the sliders. We've changed the human starter stamina, put that up by 2. Without that, our guys were barely getting out of the 4th. For a little bit of quality of life, we have also turned up human pitcher control and consistency, just to make things a little bit better out there for us. We're not just walking every batter. Now to keep things consistent, because we want those ratings to shine, we've turned the same thing up for the computers. We've bumped up fielding errors for infield and outfield. We've also bumped up the throwing errors for the infield and outfield because we just think that'll make things a little bit more interesting. We've also bumped up the injuries because we want to make sure that we're using the entire farm system. So we bumped both of those up once for the gameplay injury and the simulator injury. So, here we are with the franchise, the Colorado Rockies rebuild. Let's get it going. With any rebuild, the start is obviously with the coaches. So let's get that going. Now, one thing that wasn't mentioned in the intro is that integrity. From this point on, there's going to be 2 save files, but that's only in case one gets corrupt. But we will not be resetting. We will not be going back. Any decision we make is concrete. Now, I will be skipping a lot of things, doing it off camera just to save it, just to save you guys a lot from seeing things. But things will be pretty straightforward as they are as they come. So let's go into the coaches and take a look at those. All right, so let's take a look at our current coaches. We have manager Bud Black, hitting coach Josh Billy, pitching coach Eli Zachary, first base coach Ron Gideon, third base coach Reese Angriano, and farm director Phil Evans. As you see, all of our coaches currently have an attribute grade that is not sitting at A, which is what we want because with this franchise rebuild, we are focused on the scouting and developing our players. Also, all of these guys have some pretty bad negative stats, so we need to fix that. So this is the official coaching staff that is going to lead this franchise rebuild. The new manager, as you may have noticed from a previous screen, has been rehired. Reese Angriano will now be our manager. Our hitting coach is going to be William Jang. Pitching coach is Kenny Levy. This one was decided for us, the only guy that had an A in the attribute grade. Andres Ruiz will be our first base coach. Ollie Flutie, third base coach with a name like that, you got to take him. And our new farm director is Luis Molina. Now, with all the stats, I actually added all of those up and took the time to make sure I was trying to cover as many weaknesses as I possibly could with those. The only stat that we are coming out with a negative in is going to be our hits per 9, which is a bummer, but it was the best that I can do, and Kenny Levy was the only one that was available, so I had to take him for that attribute grade, and I think overall it will be worth it. One thing I forgot to mention with the coaches. When I released the original coaches, I did have to take a penalty into the budget. I want to make sure that you guys are staying up to date with the budget. So with that, we did take a total penalty of all of the scouts that we had to fire of 10,791,000. But that's okay because we have plans for what we're about to do with the roster to pretty much save all of that this year anyway, without doing anything too crazy. Now, this franchise is a complete rebuild. With this, we're going to be focused mainly on the scouting, the drafting, and the development of our players and making this farm system. So that way, in a few seasons from now, we will be contenders in the playoffs and then hopefully making a run for that World Series. All right, let's take a look at our current scouts: Darius Kendall, Ichiro Chavez, and Howie Obama. We are going to be completely overhauling because none of these guys fit into the strategy we're going to be using. So let me do that. Let me figure all this out, and then we'll be right back with it. We've done it. We have found the 3 scouts that are going to lead us to glory, at least for the first season of this franchise. Let's take a look. We got Lois Tatum, efficiency 90, pitching 94, discovery 88, position players 96. Lewis Tatum is going to be our position player scout with that 96 rating and that efficiency of 90. Also having the ability to scout pitchers at 94 with that high efficiency still. So able to use him wherever, but mainly going to be our position. Jessica Taveras is going to be our pitching scout with that 97 rating in pitching, 91 in efficiency. Discovery is 66 and position is 81. Jessica will only be scouting pitchers every single week for us. Rob Duarte. Oh, Robbie. Robbie has a discovery of 97. That is why he was hired. He fit perfectly into the budget. Rob will only be discovering. As soon as he discovers someone, Jessica or Lewis will be taking over from there to do the rest of the scouting. Now, when we get into our scouting, I do have a bigger strategy plan, but we'll get that or more into that when we get into our actual scouting weeks or the first time that we have to scout, whenever that will be. So now we've got our coaches and we've got our scouts, so it is time to officially take a look at the roster and break that down and get you guys involved with where we see this team going. I've spent a lot of time over the past few days figuring this team out and kind of getting the angle and where we want to go with it. So let's take a look and run through it. Let's take a look here at the starting roster for our Colorado Rockies here on this franchise. Now, with this, I already have a plan for a lot of these guys, so we're just going to run through the roster as is, tell you some of those plans, and just get you involved. Starting pitchers, we got Kyle Freeland is our number 1 overall pitcher. 31 years old, 71 overall. With Kyle, he's been on the team for quite a while, but his days are numbered. Kyle Freeland will be on the trade block, and we will probably do something with him later in the season, probably near the All-Star break. Some team may be looking for a starting pitcher, so just hopefully he can stay healthy and have a good season with us, and then we'll be able to trade him to another team. That is the plan with Kyle. Other starting pitchers, Ryan Feltner. This one, we are just going to ride the contract out at $2.3 million. 28 years old, doesn't have a good ceiling, anything like that. German Marquez, 30-year-old pitcher, 69 overall. Been with the Rockies his entire career, currently in the last year of his contract at $10 million. So with German Marquez, we will just be riding this contract out. We will be placing him on the trade block to see if anyone will offer us something, but we plan on just letting him walk at the end of the season. The first prospect that we will be building around is Chase Dollander. Looking at Chase Dollander, B potential, 23 years old, 68 overall currently. This is one of our future stars. Currently doesn't have a standout in anything that he does with his hits or his walks or his strikeouts, but we're going to focus on building that from the very beginning. He may be sent down to the minors. We just want to make sure that he's being as successful as possible, so we'll see what happens with Chase. The rest of our pitching staff, when it comes to our starters, is pretty bleak. They're just going to kind of ride out contracts, maybe be traded. Nothing really to talk about too much, except for one guy down here, Antonio Senzatella. Antonio Senzatella is currently 30 years old, 58 overall. Been with the Rockies his entire career. Currently, though, his contract has 3 more years at $10.1 million in those. There is no specialty here. There's no quirks. There's nothing too major going on here for Antonio. So we're going to make the first big decision of our franchise. With the franchise, one thing that we are going to do is we're going to try our best to not manipulate the trade markets. It's very easy to take advantage of the computer, and we're going to try not to do that. So what we're going to do with Antonio is one of the moves that we're going to do. Like I said, we took a penalty earlier for the coaches. This is one of the moves, which I will get into the numbers at the very end rather than trying to go through it now. But Antonio Senzatella, you're going to be released today from the Rockies. With this, we will get a penalty. This year we have to pay $7.5 million. Next year we have to pay $3.7 million. In the following we have to pay $1.8 million. Some people look at this as to what we still have to pay, but the way I'm looking at this is I've inherited this team. I've inherited these bad contracts. This is one of them. Like I said, rather than just trying to trade him away, we are going to release him. And rather than looking at what I'm spending to not have him on my team, in the first year, I'm going to save $2.5 million by not having him. The following year, I will save 6.3, and the following year, 8.2 million. There alone is most of the money made up just by not having him and having to pay that $10 million contract. So, Antonio, I'm sure you've been great. I'm sure you're a great dude, but Jagon. All right. That's starting pitchers. Relief pitchers, there's only two things that I really want to bring up specifically, but an overall look, Jake Bird is our best at 29, probably will be traded this year. He is one of our better players. We do have quite a few years left, so I think someone will bite on this. I don't see Jake sticking around for many years to come, so he's not going to be on the trade block yet, but he will be just a player that we have in the back of our heads that we are willing to let go of. The rest of our bullpen is not very good. Two highlights. Victor Vodnik, 25 years old, 63 overall, currently with a B potential. This is another one that we may send down. We just want to make sure that he's being as productive as possible. Look at the hits per nine, the Ks per nine, and the walks. Looks like we got to get a little bit more of the control, but the velocity and the break are great. So Victor Vodnik will be a future star for us, so keep on the lookout for Victor Vodnik. Only other highlights and now a closing pitcher. Seth Halverson. He has a quirk. Outlier pitch for the primary. Four-seam fastballs coming in over 100. So this will be another player that we will develop, but his overall is a 58. His potential is only, I think, in the 60s, 70s, but just somebody fun to have on the team, just to have someone that throws over 100. Always kind of just fun. We also have Diego Castillo, another closer right now for us, will be placed on the trade block as soon as we get the season going. Won't trade ourselves, but we will put that out there and see if that's something later on that we will be trading. Moving on, catchers. Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman will be around for the long haul here with us. Hunter's 25 years old, 76 overall, with a potential of 79, so currently playing close to his potential. But as long as he has good seasons, he'll continue to get better. His secondary positions are great, first base, left field, and right field, so a utility. I'm thinking that Hunter Goodman's long term will be more as a DH and a sub all around because his fielding and blocking is not that great. But Hunter Goodman is sticking around for quite some time. Contract, we got about 5 years left with him. Other catchers, I got nothing really to ride home about, so we're just going to skip over them for now. Moving into first baseman. Got a couple of things here specifically we need to talk about. Michael Toglia. Michael Toglia is going to be around for the long haul. Already 26 years old, not too bad. Looking at the contract, we got him for 5 more years, but only 1 year of MLB service. That is the golden ticket. Typically, guys, at the 10-year mark is when they start declining in the show. So look at that power, though. 69 and 72. We are going to focus on Michael Toglia being that DH for us. Can fill in the field, but we want him ultimately to be a DH. That way, when he's looking for his next contract, he will be a little bit older for us, but we're going to get the best years out of him because we are going to specifically make him our DH, I think. I think that's the goal as of right now. Looking at Chris Bryant, he's 33 years old, currently a 62 overall, potential of 75, 9.1 years of MLB service. He will start to decline, which I think he already has. Currently paying him $26 million, and he is on contract for the next 4 years. I've done the math. If we keep Chris Bryant, we will have to pay him a total of $104 million. to be a 62 overall. If we release him and take the penalties, which I'll show you here, it's 19.5 million this year, 9.75 the following, and then 4.875 million the following, totaling out at 34,125,000. Other people we want to highlight out: Charlie Condon, actually here, first baseman, 21 years old, 60 overall currently, but a potential of 89. Third baseman and outfielder as the other positions. This is a future star. We do need an area of focus if we want it to be fielding, if we want it to be contact, power. Got to kind of figure that out, figure out the role for Charlie. But I do like Charlie a lot, so keep your eye out for Charlie. Moving on to second base, we got Thairo Estrada, currently 29 years old, 71 overall with a potential of being 80. 2 years. 2 years left in control with the team. But this is someone that I see being on the trade block and being a trade candidate towards the end of the year, as long as if he's having a good season. Nothing too much for us to get out of in the long haul, so Thairo probably be out. Another person to keep our eye on right here is Adiel Amador. 21 currently, 61 overall, 83 is the potential. We do have 6 years left of control. Future star right here. Look at the fielding already, pretty good, so I think we're going to kind of focus on the fielding so that we just have another lockdown infielder. Don't know if this will be a starter long term, but will definitely be a rotation guy for us, so keep your eye out here. Moving on to third base, highlights are Ryan McMahon, 30 years old, 75 overall currently, 87 potential. Currently looking at 7 years service. Our contract is $11.7 million for 3 years. Now, Ryan McMahon, what I'm hoping for this is a huge year for us. But I want that to have a huge year and trade this to a team that is on the fringe so that way we can get a good prospect for someone that they need to fill a hole on their team. That's Ryan McMahon there for us. Nothing else in the third baseman. Shortstops, we got Ezequiel Tovar. 23 years old currently, 82 overall with a potential of 82. So as long as if we are playing well, we'll keep going good. 2 year of service currently. Contract, we got 7 years at $9.1 million. No secondary position is the only fallback, but Ezequiel Tovar is going to be a cornerstone of our infield. Shortstop, really, really good fielder. This is going to be our guy. Already signed that contract, so we don't have to worry about that, which is kind of nice. Already locked that in. So keep our eye out because Ezequiel is going to be the man that's going to be carrying our team for quite a while. Looking at left field, Jordan Beck, future star for us as well. 23 currently, 71 overall with a potential of 87. We have 6 more years of control and is still in his first year. Look at that contact, really good at 23 years old at 63 and 60. Just an all-around outfielder for us, going to be good. Jordan Beck, another one just to watch out for. Moving on to center field, we got Brenton Doyle. Brenton Doyle, I believe, is going to be our rock-solid outfielder for some time to come. Yes, he is a little bit older, 26 already, because we're looking for that rebuild, but I think we can get the best out of him. And as long as if we just keep using him in the field, he's just always going to be solid. Look at those stats. And that arm at 99, I cannot wait to gun people out with Brenton Doyle. Going to be perfect and fun there. No other highlights really in the center fielders. Moving on to right fielders, Mickey Moniak is our current starter at 2670. Nothing really here, just kind of an average player on the show. Nothing against you, Mickey. Sorry, but probably won't last too much longer. We'll probably be a part of a trade deal at some point. So that kind of rounds out our team, current roster, and what we're looking at, what we're doing, and kind of where we're going with everything. It has been an exciting day here in the office. I've got some trades to tell you about, got some free agent signings to tell you about, so let's just jump right into it. And with our first trade, we are trading to the Cincinnati Reds. We are trading Sterling Thompson, 23-year-old left fielder, Jose Torres, 25-year-old shortstop, and Jose Cordova, 25-year-old catcher. And the Cincinnati Reds are trading 27-year-old relief pitcher Graham Ashcraft. Currently sits at 65 overall, but does have a potential of 77. Hoping that he is a great addition this year to our bullpen. In another trade that the front office made to the Cincinnati Reds, the Rockies have traded Connor Von Skoyak, starting pitcher, 25 years old with a D potential, 58 overall currently. Also in the trade, Tanner Gordon, starting pitcher, 27 years old, C potential, currently sits at 59 overall. Rounding out the trade is Luis Peralta, a relief pitcher, 24 years old, C potential, currently sits at 48 overall. And the Reds are trading Jared Lyons, starting pitcher, currently 24 years of age, D potential, and a 57 overall. I am happy to report this, that deep in the free agency world, in the starting pitchers, I have found a Cincinnati legend. And I'm happy to report that as of right now, Johnny Cueto is a Rocky. He's packing his bags, moving to Colorado as we speak. Taking a quick look here at some of his old stats and just remembering some of those great days when he used to play for the Redlegs. What an honor it is to have him on our team. He may not get to the majors for us, but just having his presence will be great for us, and cannot wait to play with him. Let's see what happens. The first free agent we signed was Juan Vega. Vega is currently 26 years old and is 73 overall. As of right now, he is the best pitcher on our team, so we want to take advantage of that for the next few years just to have someone in the bullpen that can hopefully get the job done. We also signed Mark Green. Mark Green is 23 years old, 70 overall with a C potential. Not going to be an all-star standout anywhere, but does throw left and has a good stamina, so we figured we'd give him a try and just see how he develops. We also signed a few relief pitchers. We signed Derek Mosley. Derek Mosley's 24 years old, 73 overall. Thing I like about him is the pitching clutch is at 73. Hopefully will be a decent arm coming out of the bullpen for us. We also signed Ramon Hernandez. 71 overall, currently 23. C potential. Same thing, will just hopefully be a depth guy for us as we move forward with this franchise. We also found in the free agents, we found a closing pitcher named Eddie Guerrero, so we snagged him up. He's 26 years old, 61 overall with a C potential, and we just felt like anybody named Eddie Guerrero deserves a spot on the team, so here he is. We've updated our trade block. We don't necessarily plan to trade these guys right out of the gates if we get an offer, but we want to make sure our guys are out there in case a team is looking for something. That way we are in the conversations. Our team needs are starting pitcher, relief pitcher, closing pitcher, catcher, and right field. We have starting pitcher Kyle Freeland, closing pitcher Diego Castillo, second baseman Tyro Estrada, third baseman Ryan McMahon, shortstop Orlando Arcia, left field Sam Hilliard. Now that we've gotten all that done and out of the way, it's time to officially look at our lineups. Looking at our lineups against right-handed pitchers, we're going to be having Jordan Beck, left field, Ezekiel Tovar playing shortstop, Hunter Goodman, catcher, Michael Toglia, first base, Ryan McMahon playing third, Tyro Estrada at second. Our DH will be Orlando Arcia. Brenton Doyle will be playing center field, and right field will be Mickey Moniak. Looking at left-handed pitchers, Brenton Doyle will be leading off, playing center field. Ezekiel Tovar playing shortstop. Hunter Goodman playing catcher. Michael Toglia, first base. Right field will be Sam Hilliard. DH is Kyle Farmer. Tyro Estrada is at second base. Ryan McMahon is playing third, and Jordan Beck will be at left field. We do have a deep bench because we're here in spring training with most of our 40-man roster. I did a little bit of adjusting on that, but we will keep doing that as we're going through because we just need to make sure that we're getting pretty close as we're going through spring training. That's the entire purpose of it. And now let's look at our pitching rotation as of now. Starting, we'll have Juan Vega, Kyle Freeland, Mark Green, Herman Marquez, and Austin Gomber. Bullpen is very deep, same thing, just because we have so many guys up right now. But we'll see who breaks out and becomes one of our stars. But now that we have all of that, it is finally ready. It has been hours of preparation. I honestly can barely believe that we're about to do this, but play next game. This is it. The first spring training game of the franchise. I'm excited. Let's see where this goes. No looking back now. Made a bunch of decisions. Gotten to this point. It's time to roll. Oh, look at our boy. Look at our boy. We'll just skip that one. You know what I'm saying? All right. Check the settings. We're good to go. And the first pitch. It's in play. Jordan Beck. First pitch, first hit of the season of spring training. Gets him a little single. That was on me. That was on me.
Get out of here, Rockies!
Hey.
3!
That's going to happen a lot. We're sending him.
Runner.
And the hit. Oh, he caught it. Oh, he's cooked. He's cooked. All right, that was bad. There he is, Juan Vega, taking the mound for the first time as a Rocky. First time in the majors. Working with a 4-seam, curveball, sweeper, changeup, and 2-seam. I do like the pitch mix there. Let's see how it goes. Oh, look at that stance. Staring him down. Try to big dog him here. Get that outside curveball. See what Juan's got. There we go. There we go.
0-2.
Let's go inside changeup on him. First strikeout for Juan Vega. First of many here this career with the Rockies. All right, back to action. That's what they used to say in Power Rangers. Back to action. Try a sweeper. Haven't seen it yet. Oh, Tovar missed it. They got their first hit on Vega. It's probably the only hit they'll get all season on Vega. Doyle's got to play on it. And easily got it. Easily got it there for Doyle. Doyle rules. I don't care about their lineup.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Eugenio.
Oh, Doyle's got another one. Look at that. Right to him. They were scared. All right. We got through it, baby.
Leading off for Colorado, the first baseman, number 4, Michael Tolia.
Our first look at Michael Tolia here. Let's see how we do with him. Ooh! Tell me. Oh, he's at the track. Go. And it's gone. That is a good sign from our boy, Michael Tolia. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, ooh. 411 feet there. That is a moonshot. Look at our boy getting it done. First at bat, first pitch. He's like, I'm here, baby. There we go.
Take your base.
That'll be like one of the 7 walks I take all season. That's one of them right there.
The center fielder.
Got away with one there, buddy. Hold it. I was about to make a mistake. All right. Not bad. Got a hit there on us. Got another hit there on us. We're going to give up a couple. See what we can do here, though. Juan Vega. Runner on.
That's a ball.
High fastball.
That's ball 2.
Changeup is our best off-speed pitch that we got in confidence.
That's ball 3.
2-seam. We need a strike, throw the two-seam. That didn't work out. Good curveball outside. I haven't relied enough on the curveball yet, I don't think. I do like the way that looked. Let's get another one. A little bit farther outside, though. Oh, he smoked it. Doyle's arm. Throwing home. They'll score one. Juan Vega gives up his first earned run here in the bottom of the second on inning. All right. Probably shouldn't have done whatever I just did. So there's that. Mickey Moniak making a play. And he'll get us out of here. All right. The Diamondbacks score one. Back to a level game. Mickey Moniak. He gets the put out and then he gets himself on base. I talked a lot of smack earlier about Mickey. Maybe he's been hearing it. He's been hearing it. He's trying to show me what's up. Hunter Goodman, 0 for 1. Solid contact there to center field, but there will be a play on it. Into the third. Let's see what we can do here in the bottom now. Got away with one there again, buddy. But that's another strikeout. Third strikeout of the day for Juan Vega. Ooh, there you go, my man. Get you some. Get you some. There you go, McMahon. Let's see if we can get through this one here, Juan Vega. Estrada on it. Got the ball. Good throw into the third. With this being spring training and Vega's first time playing, I think that will do it for his debut. Does pretty good there for us. Gives up 3 hits, 1 run. Let's warm up Carson. He's a left-hander. We'll warm up 1 right, 1 left. 1 experienced, 1 newbie. I like it. A little hot cold going on. A little salt, pepper. A little peanut and butter, you know what I'm saying? And that's a good drive by Michael Toglia. Good contact. Looks like they will make a play on it, though. Good fly out, though. Michael Toglia showing us why we're going to keep him. He's showing us already. Look at that contact.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan McMahon.
All right, Ryan McMahon made that good play. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, got by him for the single. Base hit, Ryan McMahon. Exit velocity of 103 off the bat. Got a little another base hit there. Now we got a man on second, man on first. Tyra Estrada with the single. Let's see if we can rally here and do anything with this. Got 2 men on. Orlando Arcia's up to bat.
Nope. Outside.
Good eye, buddy. Good eye, buddy.
Let's go, Ryan!
A little late there. 1-1 count. Got to drive down the line. Oh, come on. It was so close. I thought we had that one.
Ball 2.
2-2 count
2-2 the count.
to Orlando Arcia here. Oh, that was the one we wanted. We were just early on it. 2-2 count, 1 out. Runner on first and second. Pop up.
Infield fly. Batter's out.
Infield fly is called on us. Spumma.
The batter, the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
All right, Big Doyle. Let's see what you got, Big Doyle. Drives it. That's going to get 2 home. That's going to be a double. Double for sure. 2 runs. 2 runs will score there on the double for Brenton Doyle. That's what I'm talking about.
Right fielder, Mickey.
Carson Palmquist coming out of the bullpen. 4-seam, slurve, changeup, 2-seam. 4-seam coming in at 95.
Carson.
3 balls, 1 strike. No, that's a ball. Take your base.
Walked him. It's not a good start.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
Good hit there. Doyle on the move. Doyle making the play. You cannot get anything by him out there. Brenton Doyle is our man. He is everywhere. All right, he turned on it. Let's slow him down. Same spot. Play the changeup right off of it.
He's out.
I hit the wrong button, but we'll just say it was a fielder's choice.
Now batting.
Got him! And he gets out of it. Somehow. Does not give up a run there for Carson Palmquist. Ooh! That got dicey. With that rocket cannon coming out of the bullpen for us.
Colorado. Number 54, Seth Halverson.
Splitter for the strikeout. First strikeout for Seth Halverson here in spring training. All right, we need one here. Let's slow it down just a little bit with the 2-seamer then. If we need accuracy, let's go with that one. Broken bat. Tobar will make the play. 2 out here for Seth. Fouled straight up. Goodman will make the play on it. Ooh, with the swag. That's what I'm talking about, Hunter. Show them what's up. These are the new Rockies. These Rockies are currently winning 3-1, and if we finish this out, we'll be undefeated. Undefeated! New arm, Anthony Desclafani. I should probably proofread that before I tried that. Desclafani.
The Diamondbacks.
Good hit there up the middle. Single for Michael. Exactly what we want to see. Having a big game. Having a big game. 108 off the bat.
The third baseman, number 24,
Smoke that bad
Ryan.
boy. He's got to be feeling nervous at this point. His feet are probably sweating. That was the one. That was the one. PowerPoint. I knew it. Back up the middle, base hit. There you go, Tyro. Orlando Arcia up. 2 men on. And they will turn 2 on it.
He's out.
Nothing. Making his debut here for the Rockies, Derek Mosley signed off a free agency. 4-seam, changeup, slider. 3-pitch mix here for him. Let's see what he can do now that he's in the pros. And it's gone. Derek Mosley gives up a home run. Slider hung in the middle. Eugenio Suarez, first home run in the spring training. Derek Mosley's first batter did not go well in the majors. That was a pitch down the middle again. Jordan Beck back to make a play on it. He'll throw it to cut off. Derek Mosley back-to-back hits. Not doing well here in his debut for the Rockies. Doyle's got this one. cannon, brah.
And back, the designated hitter, Pavin Smith.
Pump fake to second, then throws to first. That's how Ryan does it, boy. Get off
Now
him.
batting, catcher, Adrian
What?
Del Castillo.
2 outs. Derek Mosley. See if you can get out of this one, buddy.
Ball one. Ball one, no strikes. Aye. One ball.
Hunter Goodman with the throw. Oh, it was close. I thought Goodman had him. Wild pitch advances the runner to third there. Let's see, though, if it even matters to Mosley. Got the strikeout, and we'll get the put out there. Into the 6th. Derek Mosley does give up a solo shot, but we think that we can get through it here still. If we get some offense going, we'll be in good shape. Jordan Beck up, 1 for 3 on the day. Gets another hit there. It's going for 2. Player makes a fumble on it. Going for 3. No, staying at 2. Makes a good throw, but he does fall at the wall back there. Jordan Beck with a double. That's our boy. Coming home, trying to stretch for the RBI, and he's going to make it. RBI single for Ezekiel Tovar. Rockies up 4-2. Top of the 7th. Hunter Goodman comes up. Ezekiel Tovar is on. I think we try to steal here. 2 outs already. Might as well try. Get on your horses, bruh. He's there. He's good. Tovar getting him a stolen base here in spring training. Gets him an RBI single, then gets a stolen base. We're not going to try for another one. I think that's getting a little too greedy. I think that'll be all she wrote there in the 7th, though. But we do score 1. There we go. Michael Tolio's going to get that one. That's going to get us out of the 7th. Now we should be able to get through this one. We have 2 good pitchers with good pitching clutch that I'm trying to count on this season. I think we got this one. But we do have 10 hits in the game. Let's talk about that. 10 hits for the Colorado Rockies. We've given up 5, but that is expected. But 10 hits is not. That is not expected. That's what I'm talking about. Ryan Thompson coming in.
Out.
We didn't do anything.
Shooting for the Diamondbacks.
Here we go. 4-2. Bottom of the 8. Let's go. Jake Bird's coming in.
Now pitching for Colorado, number 59, Jake Bird.
There we go. There we go, Jake. There we go, Jake.
2 is the count.
Now let's just take him even further out.
3.
Not where we wanted it, but we'll take it for sure. That's 2 strikeouts there for Jake Bird. Look at his clutch.
Corbin Carroll.
And he sits down the side in the 8th. Jake Bird is here. Talk about high leverage. My man.
Pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 9, Blaze Alexander.
The pitcher didn't even catch
Ball
that.
and 1.
There we go. Good stop there. We're safe. 1 out single for Brenton Doyle. We're going to still hear Brenton Doyle. They know it. They know it. They know it. We're going to do the same thing. Let's give him the steal. He already knows. He already knows. Now we'll lead off. We'll take the strike.
He's safe.
Up to second. It's Brenton Doyle out there, boy. You know where we're going. Feeling it. We're going.
Ball one.
There it is.
He's safe.
There it is. Brenton Doyle. Brenton Doyle. He's our man. Mickey Moniak drives it deep. That will get Brenton Doyle in. RBI. 5-2.
Up next for
There you go, Mickey.
the left field.
Jordan Beck, 2 for 4 on the day. Double. Single, 1 run.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ice in my veins. Told you.
1 ball, 2
We all knew that was coming.
ball.
Ice in my veins.
The count's
Ice in my veins. Ice in my veins! That's what I'm talking about. Jordan Beck. Ice. Ice, baby.
Shortstop Ezekiel.
Ice in his veins. Can't keep him down. Can't keep him down. Ice in his veins. He's going. He's so hyped he's going. Not yet,
no,
though.
he's safe.
He's going. He's hyped. He's so hyped he's going. We got him. Oh, he knows. Pitcher knows. We're in his head. Shouldn't have swung. Should have let him have the base. All right, we're going to try to run, so we're stealing.
Ball. That pitch is out.
And he's safe. That's what I'm talking about. The Rockies are here. The Rockies.
Inside. Ball 2.
Ice in his veins. Ice in his veins. Oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I am trying not to scream. 404 home run. 103.5 off the bat for Ezekiel Tovar. Oh, buddy, ice in his veins. Ice in his veins. The Rockies. The Rockies. Oh, buddy. All right.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, that's right.
Number 68. Jalen.
Yeah, that's right. Jalen Beeks. Ooh, buddy. You gotta get one out, homie. Oh, man. Oh. Hunter Goodman's 0 for 4, though, but... That was good. That was really good. Yep. After all that, I mean, I think that it's okay that that's how it ends up ending. Here it is, Ezekiel Tovar. Crank that soldier boy. 7-2 lead going into the bottom of the 9th here for Diego Castillo coming into the game. I wonder if he was hurt last year or something. Only 7 games. I would say that that is probably what happened, or he just didn't play a lot of games. You know, one of the two. Now, we're going to be pretty generous here because we do have a 5-run lead, so we're just going to try to throw strikes.
Ball.
Just like that.
Counts 1-0.
Try that again. We do have a 5-run lead here, so we're just going to try to throw strikes, so we'll be pretty in the zone here. Told you. 1 out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Naylor, I hardly know her.
Smith.
Look at that changeup.
1-0.
Yeah, we're just going to be throwing strikes here just to so we can get the outs. We're already up by 5, so we'll just throw strikes here.
Nope.
We're just going to be throwing strikes here, you know, just because we already have 5-run lead, so we'll just be throwing strikes here.
Ball 3. 3 balls.
All right, we're just going to be throwing strikes here because we got a 5-run lead, so, you know, we're just going to try to get the outs.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we just need one more. Circle change him. Oh, we got it. Also, with this spring training, I'm also, as I'm seeing the guys, going to determine what kind of training we're going to be putting them on for this season. It's a nice way to determine if I want them to be putting on, like, their bullpen, to be getting their H per nines down, their Ks per nines, things like that, or if we're going to be going for their actual pitches to get better, or for guys that are playing offense, like getting their contact, they're hitting better. So it's pretty nice to be doing the spring training here. Obviously, that's the exact point of spring training, I know. Look at that strikeout. Alrighty, that's exactly where I wanted it. We'll just flip it there for the out. There it is! The Rockies, we win our opening spring training game 7-2. Very nice. That feels really good. I liked a lot of things on that team. I feel like we just saw a lot of promising things. Some amazing things, actually. Kind of what we expected, actually. The defense was pretty solid, I thought. And the pitching was relatively horrendous. Other than that, impressed. Impressed. Game report. Player of the game is Britton Doyle. 2 for 4. The double and 2 RBIs. Juan Vega does get the win. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 earned run. That was a good debut for us. Never played in the majors before. Came out and did that. Really good. Really good to see. We're going to be leaning on our starters because our bullpen did give up quite a bit. Jordan Beck did get 3 hits. That is very nice. Michael Tolia and Ezekiel Tovar are both getting home runs. Britton Doyle, Michael Tolia, Mickey Moniak, and Ezekiel Tovar are all getting RBIs. Pitching did leave a lot to want. Derek Mosley specifically had a terrible outing. Alrighty, well, that's going to do it there for our first game here in spring training with our Colorado Rockies here on the rebuild. So a lot of amazing things to build off of. I don't want to say it too early, but we are undefeated, and I think that we're about to go undefeated through spring training and probably undefeated through the whole regular season. I don't want to say it too early, but I said it. So there's that. Alrighty, so the way that we're going to wrap up this first video, thank you so much for being here. If you have made it this far into the video, you are a real one. I really appreciate you. This one had a lot of things in it that we had to cover, a lot of the backgrounds. I just wanted all of us to be on the same page and then also to show the integrity of the series. This will be a long franchise. We plan on playing this into seasons ahead. We will be simulating a lot. We'll be getting through a lot more than videos to come. Want to get one game in for you, but that's how we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed it.